The most fun last place team may not be last place for much longer.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. Probably part of the Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. And oh my God, Will Smith. Oh my God, Will Smith. Oh my God, Will Smith. If you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. And today, oh my God, Will Smith. We're going to be discussing Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini and the San Jose Sharks as they sweep the Toronto Maple Leafs, winning 6-5 in overtime. Oh my God, Will Smith. I have watched that shootout goal 20 times now. That is just disgusting. So we're going to be talking about the game, talking about Cam Lund's debut, dig into the numbers behind this game. So we have to, of course, start at the end of the game with Will Smith's shootout goal. Yeah, that's just a special player ripping out a goaltender's heart. I don't know how you don't watch what we saw tonight. Even again, it's a shootout, and shootouts are very, very, very like. But those are just different dudes, man. Like the Sharks haven't had dudes like that in a long while. And they are yours for a long, long while, Sharks fans. That goal by Will Smith, that is, if Will Smith, like the hope is, right, Will Smith has a long and productive career and, turns out to be everything that we want to be Will Smith to be, and, eventually is, Hall of Fame or whatever. That bad boy, that shootout goal is going in the highlight reel of whatever the Will Smith highlight reel looks like at the end of his career, hopefully 20 years from now. That bad boy's going in there because that thing was gross. And like I feel because the Celebrini goal was sick as well, but it's just the Will Smith goal was like, oh my God. Poor Wolf, no chance on that. You can you could see the exact moment where his heart ripped in two. You can pinpoint it there. So yes, the Sharks blow, as we know, when we've seen, right, the Sharks blow a 2-goal lead with a minute left, right, with the goaltender down. But this still was one of the most entertaining games of the season, right? And you went toe-to-toe offensively. You went toe-to-toe with the Toronto Maple Leafs. You got into a track meet with them, and you came out on top. The overtime was just ridiculous, high chances from both teams. Of course, right? It's overtime, but like, yes, the Maple Leafs had more overtime, like a lot shot attempts, et cetera, et cetera. But still, both teams just going toe to toe there, like trading blows. And the Sharks found a way in a shootout because of Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith. Yeah, man, like they mentioned in the broadcast, and like I don't know how you can't be excited about like I'm ready to start the next season already. Like just keep going, because the way these two kids are playing right now and the way all the young kids are playing, we're gonna talk about Collin Graf, we're gonna talk about Eklund, and we're gonna talk about Lund and everybody else here in a little bit. But you have your two pieces, you have the two foundational pieces, you have the two superstars, right? you have hopefully your, Malkin and Crosby, your McDavid and Draisaitl, your version, pick whichever two you want to go with. You have them, and they're 20, they're 18 years old, and they are every night and every game, they're showing they're better than they were the last game, right? And like Will Smith's growth and development this season has been like, I am shocked at how good he's gotten so fast, right? And I should have said, because I said way back in the day, right? Playing in the NHL for Will Smith, getting your butt kicked night in and night out, you're gonna get a better hockey player by the end of it, right? Will Smith is far better than I thought he was going to be this season, and you saw it tonight, right? Yes, the shootout goal. Oh my God, Will Smith! The shootout goal was amazing, but right, drawing 2 penalties in a row. That play, he shoots out on that. Reads the play, and they're kind of getting hemmed in the defensive zone a little bit. Reads the play perfectly, and beautiful breakaway, does everything right except for he hits the post. Great shot, like insane shot. Had wall beat. One dead to rights, just hits the post. Right, you're seeing that growth and development from Will Smith, and man, like you've done it. You have done it, Mike Greer. You have found the superstars, and it's still a long road to go, right? Like this team isn't going to be a playoff team next year, and we're not. Don't plan the parade for 26, 27. Like this, there's going to be ups and downs still, but like Will Smith's development, man, it is all the people who said, like, what are we doing here? Why is he, taking nights off? Why does he have these development days? Like, where are those guys at now? Because those guys look like clowns right now. Maybe the Sharks knew what they were doing with Will Smith, right? And maybe being patient with a prospect, especially the first few months, and letting him develop and letting him get his feet under him and get used to it. Maybe they knew what they were doing all along, and maybe they knew exactly what they had. Because Will Smith is a difference-making player for the San Jose Sharks. And again, you saw Macklin Celebrini, who is already proven like he is going to be a superstar. Like he is going to be a superstar. MVP, Selke, whatever you want to. He's going to somehow win the Vezina. I don't even know how, but Macklin Celebrini is going to figure out a way. And like the thing about Celebrini, right? He's got that dog that like never say die. We're going to keep going. We're going to figure out a way to do this. And then Smith's just got that cool, calm, like almost like quiet fire personality behind. Like he's, maybe he's not going to be as boisterous as Celebrini, but you see it, right? And he's going to be that kind of Kobe stone cold assassin with it. And Celebrini is going to be like drag you into a fight. Like I'm so excited. Like, I don't know how you cannot be excited about this team and the direction it's going, right? Because you still have $40 million, as we talked about yesterday, you still have $40 million of cap space. You got 4 number 1 picks in the next 2 drafts. Like this team can go in any direction it wants, and it can do whatever it wants because it's done the hard part, and it has found the superstars to build around. And tanking, guys, tanking works. All right. Tanking works. I don't know what else to tell you. Like being bad and getting superstar players, it definitely works. Again, we have a long way to go. Still a long way to go, but you can see like the way this team is building here at the end of the season. This team is like you're building momentum going into the offseason. And again, Mike Grier's got plenty of work to do this offseason because there's still plenty of holes. The whole third line needs to get redone, right? You need to find some more defensemen. You need to find a second goalie. Like plenty of work to do. But you've done the hard part. you found Celebrini and you found Smith. So we're going to talk more about this game. We're going to talk about some of the other guys, Eklund, Toffoli, Collin Graf continues to just stack great games together. Cam Lund's NHL debut. So we'll get to all that here in just 1 second. March Madness is here, and FanDuel is giving you the chance to get on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. That's 200 extra bucks to use on everything from buzzer beaters to Cinderella stories and even who's cutting down the nets. If you love underdogs, because again, who doesn't like rooting for underdogs to make that Cinderella story? They've got you covered there. Or if you just want to bet favorites because they're favorites for a reason, you can also do that as well. With tournament games happening almost every day, there's always something exciting to bet on. The FanDuel app is simple and easy to use. And when you win, you get paid instantly, no waiting around. So visit FanDuel.com and get in on college hoops action all tournament long. All right, before we continue, of course, want to remind you guys, if you haven't, perfect time to subscribe. We have a really fun interview coming next week. It's already been recorded. It's in the can, ready to go. It'll probably drop Monday night. No spoilers on that yet. So we got a fun interview there. Of course, we got draft coverage. We have a bajillion, and I'm not kidding, a bajillion free agents to talk about as the Sharks, again, have a ton of money and plenty of holes to fill. So make sure you guys are following along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Before we continue, Randy Hans, I get worried when they ask me to, someone my age, to sponsor, like advertise a body bag line is going to forever live in my brain because it was absolutely hilarious. Also, it sucks that I know a lot of Sharks fans couldn't watch the game. And right now, because you have like basketball, you have baseball starting, and you have hockey. And I know the channels get a little, and even like the feed tonight wasn't super, like a little bit of glitches. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. First day jitters with baseball. So we'll get hopefully they'll get things ironed out here. But let's continue. We'll talk about Cam Lund, who made his NHL debut, right? 20-year-old at the Sharks, former second round pick, making his debut after completing his season in Northeastern. And I thought Lund played really well. I thought they did a good job of kind of not putting too much on his plate right away. But he did show some signs of some really nice hockey IQ type of plays. Lund tonight he only played 11:06, which again, at the end, right? Not a lot of, you're not putting Lund out there in the overtime. You're not putting Lund out there when you're trying to, that's fine. Okay. But I did think he made some really nice plays and some really smart plays as well. Nothing super flashy. And I think as he gains some confidence, I'm sure there's plenty of nerves, right? But as he gains some confidence, you'll start to kind of see that offense kind of grow and kind of come out a little bit more. But there was one play where Mukhamadulin's kind of pinching and he gets kind of taken down, kind of taken out of the Mukhamadulin gets kind of taken out of the play. And Lund does a really nice job defensively to kind of cover for Mukhamadulin, right? Would have been very easy for him to kind of deer in the headlights in that moment of I'm not, I need an adult type of situation here. And I thought the kid played really well there. Another play where just like a simple, they're in the middle of a change. He's the only forward out there. He kind of dumps it in, but instead of just kind of dumping it and letting it go, he does a really good job of kind of dumping and still kind of forechecking and being that F1 out there and putting pressure on the defender to have to kind of make a play, right? And the puck kind of ends up staying around in the offensive zone for a little bit because of Lund's, makes a little play, kind of slows things down and lets the rest of the kind of forwards get out there to start doing that. You saw, I think sometime there was one play in particular where he found a really nice spot. Like he kind of found a little quiet spot, and Liljegren seemed to pass to him, and you could tell just wasn't ready for that NHL speed, right? Where it kind of just like right through his stick, and he just kind of was a little of like, okay, like this is gonna take some getting used to with that NHL speed. So, but overall, I think you have to feel really good about his performance tonight. Again, you're playing a offensive juggernaut like the Leafs. And he played really well tonight. So good signs for him in the future. I expect him to kind of continue. The Collin Graf, it just makes a lot of sense to kind of just follow the Collin Graf, right? He's probably going to have some deer in the headlight moments here the rest of the season as he plays. Again, I still think he starts next year on the Barracuda, and then kind of as he rounds out his game, and then it just makes too much sense. You have proof of concept with Collin Graf, and Collin Graf tonight continues to be outstanding. One of my career's shrewdest moves, just getting Collin Graf in the building. First rookie shorthanded goal since 2008. That's almost 20 years, man. Like Graf, so good. It's so good on the PK. Like it's insane how good he is on the PK already. And for a guy who's never played the penalty kill, and I love how he says, like, I was really good on the power play. I played power play my whole life. I should know what they're trying to do with the PK. Love hearing that for him. So yeah, Collin Graf, man, like he looks like he belongs. Like the Sharks definitely found a diamond in the rough, and that you're seeing again, being patient with him, letting him go play this year with Andrew Podorowski on the Barracuda. Again, second best signing the Sharks ever made this offseason. Look at what that's happened to Collin Graf, who is now graduated to being an NHL player. Like Collin Graf should not play in the AHL anymore. He is everything you were hoping he would be. And just that utility guy of whatever you need Collin Graf to do, cool, man, I can do it. You need me to be forechecking. You need me to play on the power play. You need me to play penalty kill. You need me to kind of be that glue guy on the line. I can do whatever you need me to do. And you're seeing that shot of his getting better and better. That shorthanded goal, man, where he uses Barclay Goodrow to set a pick and just absolute snipe. So good, man. So good. You knew as soon as he got that first goal, they were just going to start rolling in. And he's been rolling. They've been rolling in for Collin Graf. Another guy who, the old man himself, Tyler Toffoli, 2 goals tonight. Almost had the hat trick as well. Yeah, man, it's the best signing the Sharks made this offseason. Easily, hands down, getting Tyler Toffoli. Just perfect addition to what the Sharks needed, right? The fun uncle for Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini. Yeah, great to see him get a couple of goals tonight. And 2 different goals, like one of them where he just basically parks in front of the net. And then the other one where William Eklund makes a great play on the power play. Tyler Toffoli, again, just finds that quiet eye, sits there, waits for it, and Toffoli's not going to miss from there. So great for Toffoli. He also had an assist as well tonight. This just a great win. Great win tonight. Feels good. Feels good to win a couple games here. The Sharks now 1 point ahead of the Blackhawks on the tank. I don't think the Sharks are going to finish with the worst odds, and that's okay. Michael Misa's really sick too, or Matthew Schaefer could still be there. Like if you get one of those 2 guys, again, you're going to have a great time. So we're going to dig more into this game. We're going to look at the numbers behind this game, look at how the lines performed. So we'll get to all that here in just 1 second. Daylight savings snuck up on us again, and you're feeling the loss of an hour's sleep. 5-Hour Energy has your back. The extra sunshine means more time for fun, but sometimes you need a little boost to power through. If you're like me, especially that 2:30, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Whether you're staying up late to watch the NCAA tournament, squeezing around a golf after work, or just trying to keep up with your busy day, 5-hour energy gives you that quick, refreshing pick-me-up whenever you need it. With the longer days, now my kids are doing more sports. We got flag football, we got soccer. It's a lot of toting kids around. Plus, I have to record a mediocre podcast every day as well. Definitely need the 5-hour energy. Super convenient. I can grab it, keep it with me in my bag. Helps keep me feeling refreshed. So you can also head over to 5hourenergy.com to find over 15 flavors to choose from, including watermelon, blue raspberry, and peach mango. You can even build your own 12-pack or 24-pack delivered right to your door. Need one now? Grab a 5-hour energy shot at your local grocery or convenience store. They're everywhere. Stock up today and stay energized. All right, before we finish up, of course want to thank you guys for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. Proudly part of the Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. When you're done with this episode, go check out one of the other great shows here at the Locked On Network. Of course, you have Locked On NHL, where we have a rotating cast of hosts. Fridays are Gil and Rachel. I'm on every Tuesday as well. So go check out one of those shows, or go check out anything here in the Bay Area. Locked On Giants, massive comeback win in the 9th. Locked On A's, Locked On Warriors, Locked On Niners. Plenty of great stuff here. The Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. All right. 5-on-5. The Sharks kind of took it to the Leafs. Surprisingly took it to the Leafs. 46 minutes of 5-on-5, 54-44 shot attempts, 29-22 actual shots, 24-16 scoring chances, 11-7 high danger chances, 2.39 to 1.97 expected goals for, all in favor of your San Jose Sharks. It's pretty good. Did not expect that to happen. One of the things, though, it didn't work out for them. But one of the things I was really happy with the Sharks is how in the third period they didn't turtle, right? 12 and a half minutes, because you had some power plays. The Leafs pulled their goalie with 3 minutes left, but still 14-9 shot attempts in that time, 5-5 actual shots, 7-4 scoring chances, 0.8 to 0.56 expected goals for in favor of the Sharks. They were trying to put this thing away. They just couldn't find that sixth goal there to put things away. And yes, the Leafs did score twice with the empty net. They have 4, Nylander, Tavares, their core 4 is really good. It's really good. And you keep giving them opportunities, they're going to find a way to score there. So would you have liked them to maybe, the Sharks to have held on there? 100%, but they still found a way in this game. So looking at the forward lines, so at 5-on-5, Macklin Celebrini and Smith played a little under 11 minutes. They had 11-7 shot attempts, 6-5 actual shots, had a goal, gave up a goal, 0.52 to 0.26 expected goals for, 5-4 scoring chances, 3-2 high danger chances. Yes, the one goal, very fluky. William Macklin, right, doing what he's supposed to, right? Forechecking, makes, we'll have to try to make a decision there. Of course, we'll take it. If I had a nickel for every time William Macklin got a weird goal, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's still more than I expected, or whatever the joke is. But anyway, Macklin, though, 17 goals with 10 games to go, 20-goal William Macklin season. So, Toffoli, Wenberg, Collin Graf played 9-15. That line has been dynamic since they put that together. 9-15, 8-16 shot attempts, 8-7 actual shots, 2 goals, 0.78 to 0.91 expected goals for, 8-8 scoring chances, 3-3 high danger chances. So, and congrats, Alex Wenberg, 100 career goals. He had to wait 32 games, I think they said. He hadn't scored this year, this calendar year, he had not scored. Glad they finally he gets that. Maybe now same thing, right? He scores that one goal, gets the monkey off his back. Maybe he starts to power because he's been playing very well since the trade deadline. Like he has been playing excellent since the trade deadline. Glad to see him get rewarded for that. Lund, Giles, and Dellandrea, 736, 7-9 shot attempts, 3-5 actual shots, 0.19 to 0.32 expected goals for, 2-3 scoring chances, 1-1 high danger chances. Dellandrea and bad penalties are something to keep an eye on there because another one tonight of just not a smart play. Barclay Goodrow, Zach Ostapchuk, Carl Grundstrom played 628, 4-4 shot attempts, 3-1 actual shots, 0.01 to 0.02 expected goals for, 0-0 scoring chances, 0-0 high danger chances. So Ostapchuk, man, like he did something. Max Domi was not happy with him on that play, which I thought like Domi. I'm glad Domi got the 10-minute misconduct because he was like punching Ostapchuk from behind. Like, don't punch people in the back of the head. That's just bad. Not a smart thing to do there. So, was not a smart play from Max Domi. So, looking at how the defensive pairs, very interesting that they basically only ran out Mukhamadullin and Liljegren in overtime. And if they needed a break, they threw Wenberg out there to kind of be the other defenseman. But Carlson Liljegren played very well tonight. Carlson had 2 penalties, 67.57% Corsi for, 25-12 shot attempts. Mukhamadullin Ferraro, 51.61%, 16-15 shot attempts. I thought Mukhamadullin played excellent tonight. He made some really crafty plays as well. Continuing, I bounced back, I think, from the last kind of couple games where I think he had a little bit shakier. But Mukhamadullin, I thought, played excellent tonight. Then Kenyoni Desharnais, 40% Corsi for, 8-12 shot attempts. Kenyoni, I think, shows some highlights here and there. I think can be a little too casual with the puck, especially on that power play at the end of the second period. Desharnais, I know he got his pocket picked on that one goal. He's not. I don't like that pairing, and I get what you're trying to do with Kenyoni and trying to put him with someone who can be a little bit more defensively responsible, kind of more stay at home. Maybe they just need a little bit more chemistry together, whatever. But I'm not feeling that pairing right now. So, and then finally, Alexander Gorgiev tonight. I thought he played okay. Again, this is like very much a high, ridiculous type of game. 30 saves against 35 shots, 5 goals allowed. Expected goals against was 3.56 in all situations. 857 save percentage, 7 of 9 on high danger, 8 of 10 on mid danger, and then 13 of 14 on low danger. Made some big saves when he had to. I think he got screened a little bit on a couple, probably at least one that he probably would want back. But I think he was better than Wall tonight. Like Wall, I thought had a tougher night than he did, even though the Sharks did kind of put a little bit more pressure on him. But again, you'll take the win right now. 6-5 win. It's fun. It's fun to talk about wins. We got back-to-back this weekend with the Sharks on Saturday and Sunday. They host the Rangers on Saturday. Then it's a Kings game on Sunday. So we will have got you covered for both those games. We'll have an episode Saturday night. We'll also get caught up because the Barracuda big series against Abbotsford this weekend. Would love to see the refull there, Texas Arena, like fill that thing up because it is a big game on like a big series against Abbotsford. Like if they win that, if they sweep the series, like you're looking at third place in the Pacific right now, and that's home games in the playoffs. Like this is a massive series against a very good Abbotsford team. So please, if you can, go to Texas Arena. If you haven't been to Texas Arena, perfect time to go this weekend. Go catch the Barracuda because It's a big series. So that's going to be it for me today. Like I said, we'll be back on Saturday night for Barracuda recap and as well as Sharks Rangers. So make sure you follow along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. Until Saturday night. Bye, friends.